Blackstone Audio presents The Long Walk Home, a novel by Will North. This book is read by Kate Redding. To Miss P., who is with us always. December 18, 2005. Prologue. She was upstairs, cleaning the last of her 3 guest bedrooms, when she heard the crunch of automobile tires in the gravel forecourt. It surprised her. It was early Sunday afternoon. The weekend bed and breakfast guests had long since departed, and it was too early for new ones to be arriving. Not that she expected any. No one had booked. What with Christmas coming and the winter gales roaring in off the Irish Sea, almost no one came to this remote valley in northwest Wales. The break was welcome. It had been a busy summer and fall. At middle age, she had turned 50 this very day, she had to admit it was nice to have things quiet down for a bit. In fact, the only reason the house had been full this weekend was because rich old Bryn Thomas, who'd been pestering her to sell him her farm ever since her husband David had died, had dropped dead himself. He'd married 3 times, and there weren't enough beds in Dol Gallai to accommodate all the relations who'd flocked to the funeral. Probably, she thought uncharitably, to find out what was in the will for them. Truth be told, Thomas had been after more than just her farm, but she was having none of that either. She didn't need Bryn Thomas's money, and she didn't need his attentions. She knew what love was, even though she'd learned it late, and she wasn't settling for anything less ever again. She hurried down the low-ceilinged upstairs hallway to the guest room overlooking the forecourt and peered out the window. It was a foul day, and the gusting northwest wind hurled rain and sleet against the window panes. Below, a small, new-looking silver car, she never had been any good at recognizing models, had pulled up to the house. The driver's door opened, and a man in a hooded anorak unfolded himself, arched his back as if he was stiff from driving, then bent into the car to retrieve a cane. It was hard to see much through the streaming window, but she thought he seemed an older gentleman. He closed the car door, put the cane in his right hand, hunched his shoulders against the wind, and walked out of view toward the front door. She gathered the dirty sheets she'd left piled in the hall, glad she'd made up the rooms already, descended the back stairs, left the sheets on top of the old...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?